Made some tea. I'm definitely not a tea guy, but we're gonna throw everything we got at it. Got some DayQuil Severe. I'm trying to get this shit wrapped up because I've got like a couple more days where I can, deal with this, and then we gotta be done. I just remember such fond memories of that, and then there are other memories that have, probably should have stayed in the family vault that got accidentally shared.
Bothering you. Oh, come here. This is a weird approach. Oh boy. How did that happen?
I know, I gotta go. Out here, come on. Scrap, it's down there. Scrappy. Scrappy, it's over here. Come on, down here. Down there. Not the brightest bulb, but we love him. Good morning, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. As you can see, I have made it out of bed, and I'm at work. Oh God, whatever this is, I am so over it. Just like came out of nowhere, hit me like a ton of bricks, and there's no like my throat hurts, and I sound congested, but there's no like real symptom other than just fatigue. So we're just suffering through that. Made some tea. I'm definitely not a tea guy, but we're gonna throw everything we got at it. Got some DayQuil Severe. I'm trying to get this shit wrapped up because I've got like a couple more days where I can, deal with this, and then we gotta be done because we got stuff planned, we got a trip to go on, and I don't want to be on vacation all like, so I'm willing this to end today. We'll see if that works. I tried that the other day, it didn't work, but yeah, had a couple calls today, mainly just like passively listening in on a few things. I got a couple more this afternoon, have a couple board slides I need to finish up, but then I'm hoping I can just dip and head home. I was hoping and had planned for today to be the day that we go and get our Christmas trees, because it's Vlogmas, we should be doing Christmas stuff. But I'm not sure that this is going to allow me to do so. Maybe I'll be able to push through fingers crossed. Yeah, if not, then you might just get some footage of me sitting on the couch like this, dying, because that's what I've been doing the last couple days. Save you from that content. But yeah, Scrap was excited to get back to work today, which is always funny to me because I would get it if there were like a bunch of other people in the office, so he was like getting to interact with people and get pets. 99% of the time it's just me and him, including today, and he's just like so stoked to just go, I guess, take a nap at the office with me. Whatever floats his boat. But yeah, not a whole lot on the agenda other than I'm upright. Brain is somewhat working, so we'll count that as a W. And we'll see what else we can squeeze in today. It's been nice seeing a bunch of you guys watching Vlogmas and sending me texts and stuff through, saying that you're watching and enjoying, which is great. I always forget to do this and I hate to do it. It's like so YouTuber, but if you are liking it, hitting the like, the subscribe, the bell, all of those things help the algorithm actually push my content to other people who haven't seen it before, and so would be greatly appreciative. And as I mentioned in other videos too, if you have questions that you would want me to answer at the end of one of these, leave them in the comments below. With that said, I'm gonna get back to finishing up some of this stuff, and we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. Work is done because I am out of energy. Yuck. Can head home, take another shot of DayQuil, and hopefully muster up the energy and go grab some Christmas trees. We'll see how that one goes. People drive like shit. But yeah, overall today was more productive than I had anticipated it to be, so we'll take that as a W. Not much else to report on. Before we go pick out Christmas trees, I need to make sure I have tree stands and see whatever all else we have in the storage unit here. So one tree stand. Two tree stands. And a whole bunch of like Christmas craft shit that I was gonna use last year and didn't. The old ornaments that we had. I guess I can bring those up just in case. I don't know where our lights are, but that seems like a problem I'm not going to solve right now. All right, so if we're gonna do two, in past years I've done one tree back over in that corner, kind of blocks the door out to the patio. Obviously it's cold, so we're not going out there. Hi. And then the kind of smaller one, move, went there so that you can see it as you come down the hallway, and they kind of like flank the TV. Thank you, bud. Thank you. I wonder we could also consider shifting like this chair over and then putting the tree here. But I wonder if that then would block my preferred seat. I guess if it only comes out to like here, and then we have that giant tree just growing in there, but maybe we'll just have to play around with it once we get the trees here. But I do still think we should do two. Fill up the space, why not, huh? And then we'll have to find probably a new home for that guy and wherever Brett wants to put that plant. So I need to remember like tops a 6-footer, 6-foot skinny guy, and then maybe a 7 or 8, but they both need to be fairly ozempified. We don't have a lot of space. All right, off to the forest we go, aka Home Depot. All right, I'll be back. Thanks. We are hopefully learning from the last couple car edits that I've done where I had the mic attached to the seatbelt, and you heard a lot of rustling and rumbling of my coat and vest. So hopefully this audio is better. It is truly amazing living in a place like Minnesota where it snows a third of the year. That somehow the amnesia is so strong the first couple snowfalls that everyone forgets that we all have four-wheel drive SUVs and have done this time after time after time. It's like, oh my God, let's go. On another note, I joked that we were off to the forest. Obviously, that's not the case. But I know that's a thing that people do, where they go out to like a Christmas tree farm, or there's like certain areas where you can go like actually into the forest with like a permit and cut down a tree. Growing up in the suburbs of Chicago, that was not readily available to us. And so we always just went to the Christmas tree lot. I don't think we ever went, I think we always went to like a church-sponsored one or something, not to like a big box store like Home Depot. But there were, I think it was maybe like 1 or 2 years, my grandpa had a couple acres, like 40, 45 minutes away from us out, I think in the northern part of Wisconsin, or northern part of Illinois. And he had like the saddest Charlie Brown trees with like 3.5 limbs. And he, like with his help, would let like me and my sister like cut down trees with a chainsaw and bring them home. And it was always like you could get one ornament on it at best, and then, you know, within about 5 days all the needles had fallen off and it was dead to the world. But that was my only experience of being able to cut down my own tree. So I'd be interested, for those of you who, oh Christ, for those of you who that is your family tradition, do you prefer that over just going and like picking out a pre-cut one and getting it to go? And if so, and you're from the Midwest, preferably the Minnesota area, any recs? Because maybe next year we'll plan ahead and do that instead of just walking up to Home Depot and saying I'll take those. But for now, that is going to be our path. Of course, right as I was leaving, Brett's like, don't think that maybe you should just go rest for the rest of tonight and then go tomorrow to get the trees? Nah. If I'm one thing through and through, I am stubborn, and I will not when I want to get something done and checked off the list, unless I'm like bedbound, which I was the last couple days, it's gonna get done. How far we'll get once we get the trees home, probably not very far. We'll probably just get put up, give them some water, and we'll decorate over the next couple days. But it's Christmas time. We have to have Christmas trees. I have time this evening. Let's get it done.
So
so hard to tell because they're still bound pretty much. They haven't like dropped, so you're like, oh yeah, it looks great, and then you could get it home and no, there's a giant naked spot or half the things fall off. Holy shit, I am cold. Also, people have no fucking self-awareness. Like, running around the tree lot, bumping into me multiple times. These, like, 16, 17-year-old kids, like, grow up or get the fuck out of my way. That bugs the shit out of me. Oh well. Rushed, but a success. 2 trees, went with Fraser firs. By all means. I went for basically the same size, which is between 6 and 7 feet. But they just looked the best, like the most full. Some of the bigger ones, I just didn't have a lot of confidence in, so we'll see. I just need to get home and warm up. Trees in, no decorating has happened. I am wiped. But I'll call that a success. I will call that a success for today. Before I chug some NyQuil and head to bed, I wanted to answer the question for today, which is, what is your favorite childhood holiday memory that you're excited to pass on to your future family with kids? And this is like an absolute no-brainer for me. I brought this up when we were back in Wisconsin with my parents the other weekend. So, growing up, it was my parents, me, and my sister. Each of us had obviously godparents growing up in Catholic church. And that was my Uncle Manny and Carrie were mine, and my Aunt Sheila and Uncle Matt were my sisters. And so, because our house was like the hub for the holidays, at some point, my parents opted to have the godparents, and then eventually my Aunt Sheila and Uncle Matt also had two girls who joined us that were our cousins, obviously. And when we got our tree early in December, everyone came over to our house for like a pre-Christmas get-together. It was just us, our godparents, cousins at that point then too, and we would just decorate our family Christmas tree together and put all the ornaments out and just have a good time together kind of ahead of the holidays. And so it was kind of like a Christmas appetizer, if you will. And I just remember such fond memories of that. And then there are other memories that have, probably should have stayed in the family vault that got accidentally shared. One of which, my Uncle Manny was the life of the party, and we had like a 30-foot tree in our backyard that we used to put lights around as well, and, it's 30 feet up, and so he decided we froze like a beer can or something and tied the lights to it and hucked it over. Shenanigans that you're used to when you're used to being with your family. Our neighbors, we were all super close, so they would, that's what they're up to. And then my cousin Bridget, I forget what grade she was in, but it was like young. What's your favorite family tradition for Christmas? And it's when Uncle Manny threw the frozen beer can over the tree with the lights. And it's like, you're not wrong. But that's supposed to be inside the family realm of knowledge. But I had so many fond memories of that, and I would love 5 years from now, when we have kids, to have like a pre-Christmas ritual with my sister and her husband, my parents, and then, Brett's brother and sister-in-law and kids, just like it's a nice like precursor to the holidays. You get to all get together. It kind of kicks off the season. And it's not centered around gifts. It's not centered around any of that. It's just like pizza and hang out and throw some lights on the tree and have a good time. So that is my hope of the tradition that we will bring forward when we're lucky enough to expand our family beyond just me, Brett, and Scrap. So, this has been, I've lasted exceptionally longer than I had expected today. It's almost 9 o'clock. I feel like it's 3 a.m. So I'm going to call it. Go chug some NyQuil PTFO. But thanks for joining along, and I'll see you in the morning for another Vlogmas.